In the past few months that Israel announced an interesting offer to enhance its defense partnership with the Philippines. About the defense package offer under the AFP modernization program, a proposal from Israel. Our sources call it the mega deal, and it includes a complete set of military assets for all branches of the armed forces of the Philippines, the AFP. The first information about the mega deal was released to Bonds QPH more than 2 years ago from our trusted cricketer. The offer includes the F-16 Viper, a state-of-the-art fighter aircraft considered to be one of the best in the world. This offer is a strategic move that can strengthen the Philippines' defense capabilities amidst increasingly complex regional security dynamics. Let's discuss further about the potential of the F-16 Viper offered to the Philippine Air Force. The first attempt is in the acquisition of multi-role fighter aircraft, where Israel is launching a squadron of their F-16CD Block 40 Barracks fighter jets as an alternative. According to our sources, which was also discussed in a post by Bonds QPH on January 25, 2024, this is the first time President Rodrigo Duterte is facing this administration. However, due to his limited term, the offer was reintroduced to the new administration of President Bongbong Marcos Jr. and studied by the Department of National Defense, which was already under the leadership of Secretary Gilberto Teodoro. This time, from one squadron of F-16 Barracks offered in the last months of the Duterte administration, the number was increased to 2 squadrons. However, it was not only the F-16s that Israel offered to the Philippine government but also other items from the Israel Defense Forces. When the government changed, Israel faced Alok again. But now, Israel is not only expanding its operations to the F-16 Barracks, but also to additional defense assets, both new and used. This is the next initial mega deal package. 2 squadrons of F-16C/D Block 40 Barracks multi-role fighters, upgraded with Israeli-made avionics. The offer was also made with a financing scheme paid by the Philippine government over several years. This type of package offer is not only exclusive to Israel, but other countries have also made similar offers, such as in the case of India and France. According to information regarding the Israeli Air Force F-16 offer, it was initially shared how many years ago? The initial offer was made in the final months of the Duterte administration, but it is said that government leaders decided to leave the decision on the offer to the new administration of President Bongbong Marcos Jr., who was elected in national elections in May 2022. This was also to avoid the deal being characterized as a late-night deal by the Duterte administration. The offer made at that time was for the F-16 Block 40 Barracks, a squadron-sized fighting Falcons. The Barracks is a heavily modified F-16 Block 40 variant with Israeli-made avionics and technology that allows it to accommodate Israeli-made sensors and weapon systems. The F-16 Barracks is an Israeli-modified F-16 Block 40 variant like the Mitsubishi F2 of Japan. Israel is interested in ditching its F-16s to make room for the F-35 Lightning II, Adir, which it has just purchased and has begun deploying. The Israeli Air Force's F-16 Barracks is a technologically advanced and powerful variant of the Falcon fighter, and with the Philippine Air Force also having the Python 5 and Idabi air-to-air missiles, it is a perfect fit for the PAF. Not to mention the PAF and AFP data link system that has been developed in an integrated manner by Israeli defense companies Rafael Advanced Defense and Elbit Systems. The F-16 Barracks is indeed a technologically capable multi-role fighter, although there are a few things that the Philippine Air Force needs to be aware of. First, the remaining service life of the Barracks airframe. Compared to European armed forces, the Israeli Defense Force has a much higher operational tempo. Israel is a country that is always on guard to protect its existence, and with this, their assets, especially their fighter aircraft, are often used in various operations. These operations will put additional stress on the airframe after years of use. With this in mind, the aircraft may not be able to be used for the number of years desired by the Philippine Air Force and may end up with the same fate as the F-8 Crusader, which was only used by the Philippine Air Force for a decade. This may be the reason we believe that the Philippine Air Force prefers to have the European F-16, as their airframes have a longer service life compared to the Israeli F-16. Another concern is approval for the transfer of F-16s from Israel. In 2019, the United States denied a request from the Croatian government for a similar transfer of F-16 Barracks from Israel. As we have discussed in various posts we have on third-party arms transfers, the United States government needs to approve any transfer involving their technology, such as the F-16. We believe the United States government would rather have F-16s from other countries. The European Union countries as potential sources of F-16s for the Philippine Air Force than seek them from Israel. Even if the Philippine government would rather have Israeli F-16s but the United States were to offer from another source, the Philippine government would have no choice but to follow the United States government's choice because, ultimately, they are the ones who will approve the transfer. And that is also evident from the statement made by Senate President Miguel Zubiri when he revealed information about the F-16s.